I think it's pretty obvious that the increase in arm injuries has, at least at major league level, it has gone pretty much linearly alongside the increase in average fastball velocity. So as we've chased greater and greater fastball velocities, we've seen a higher level of performance, but we've also seen a higher level of injuries. I think we know that at all levels. The challenge, though, unfortunately, is that we're seeing kids break younger and younger.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing kids have Tommy John at 15, and then they're going to have a second one in their, early to mid 20s, and then potentially a third one by the time they're 30. Like, let's be real, a lot of those 15-year-olds that have Tommy Johns aren't going to make it, past college baseball. It's just the way that it works. So there's too much lost development when you sit out for 14 months. So I think that is a big problem. Dr. Meister has been, shouting from the rooftops that it's not just that we're seeing more injuries, that the injuries that we're seeing are actually catastrophic. It looks like a bomb goes off in some of these elbows. What I've seen actually a lot more of is it's crazy to see how much, not just calcification, but we have ligaments that are literally just becoming bone.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing heterotopic ossification in some of these scenarios. Just people who have these low grade injuries that build and build and build, and eventually you have a ligament that just goes. And that's the challenge about it. It's like we can get a kid at age 19 and do everything we possibly can right, but he might have been broken goods for 3 years before we ever got him. I think the most important thing that any of us can do, and especially MLB, I've shouted this from the rooftops, is they've got to get more involved on the grassroots.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let people be selectively adherent to pitch counts. Like, that doesn't work.
Right.
You really have to create some pretty aggressive guardrails for the industry as a whole. I don't think Major League Baseball scouts should be at events in October and November and December. They just shouldn't be allowed. It should be a scouting dead period.
Yeah.
If they want to go watch some college fall ball, that's a different story. But for them to be out there watching sophomores in high school try to blow up a radar gun, the second week in October is the most ridiculous thing we can possibly imagine.